Hey yo, what's good? What's poppin'? It's Big Boy Shaque over here representing at the WAWULIDDE the Talk Show, and it's episode at number 10. We're going crazy. Let's go. One of my mentors, Andrew Chamagero, who's like a really big media mogul here in Uganda, told me, when you fail an audition, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are not good. It's just not your time, or you're not what they're looking for. You not being what they're looking for doesn't mean you are not good. That's something that I think like so many young people need to learn out there. Because people fail auditions and they feel like that's the end of life. Bro, we have done things. So,
buckle up. It's time for WAWULIDDE. Thanks for tuning in. This is episode number 10. And we are honored to have the Radio King, voiceover artist,
This MVP.
MVP, definitely.
Yep.
Big Boy Shaque in the building. You're most welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, guys. I'm super humbled, honestly.
Really?
The pleasure is all ours.
Definitely. And for those that are just tuning in and those that don't know you properly, give them a hint about you.
Damn. I have a lot to say about that.
Tell them.
One thing is for sure, I'm not a normal person. Of course, I breathe like any other person.
Not an everyday person?
I'm not an everyday person. I'm extraordinary.
Tell them.
So Big Boy Shaque is a poet. Something that most people don't know. I'm a poet. I was a poet before I became anything else.
Really?
Yes. I'm a voiceover artist. I'm a voiceover coach. I mean, on a good day, I'm going to be a commercial model. Yeah, I'm a radio presenter. Man, like, I can think of so many things, but above all, I'm a faithful person. Like, I believe in Allah, and Allah has been so good to me. Like, so many good things have, just kept on happening in my life, and I'm just super grateful.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really good. So, Big Boy Shaque, you had dreams like growing up, saying, I want to be a doctor, I want to be this, I want to be this.
Yeah.
Growing up, was it really your dream being a voiceover artist or being a radio presenter? Was it a dream?
I think it actually was, even subconsciously, even before I knew that it was supposed to be that. Because here's the thing, I have an uncle who's a doctor. So from kindergarten to primary school, my uncle told me, because he used to coach me maths, science, like all those things. So he told me, you have to become a doctor.
Wow.
You have to, follow my footsteps. You have, like, he showed me all those big books that they studied. He's a very important, very big surgeon in this country, but he retired. But then he had left the country. He has been working everywhere. So he told me, you have to become a doctor. And I think for the longest time, I put myself on pressure. I felt like I had to follow his footsteps, yeah? So I did so well. I excelled in maths. I excelled in science. I did so well. But then, you know how, sometimes our parents or guardians try to dictate careers. So yes, you want to make them happy, but then, it's not fulfilling on your end.
Definitely.
That's how I felt. So when I got to high school, my uncle left the country.
Wow.
So when he left the country, I didn't have that much pressure to,
emphasizing it.
Yeah. So when I got to high school, I explored. I tried out a couple of things. That's where poetry started, my poetry journey. So I started writing, and then, but I wasn't performing. So I did. I don't know if you guys have heard of the Teen Poetry Slam. It's a high school competition for poetry, like different schools merge, and then students compete and all that. So I went for that competition, and so the first time I was the first runners up, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't win, but then I was the second person. I took second place.
Wow.
So poetry was my thing. I thought I was going to become a poet. But I mean, obviously, I became a poet eventually. But then, so still in high school, I from childhood, I was always a kid who watched a lot of TV, cartoons, movies, and everything, like TV. Yeah. Like I was that kind of child. So I used to mimic cartoons. When I watch a cartoon, Dora the Explorer, Nickelodeon, is it Henry Danger, Sonic Underground, like all those cartoons that you can think of and animations. So I used to watch those characters and I would mimic them.
Wow.
Like I would kind of like turn my voice a little bit and then record myself when I'm saying what the cartoon character has said. And then I advanced to adverts on TV. I would watch an MTN advert or an Airtel advert, or even Celtel, because you know those days, Celtel, Zane, like all those adverts, DSTV, and then I would record my own version of that advert. So at first, I used to do it for myself,
For pleasure.
like for pleasure, really. And then I started playing it for my mom and like my older cousins, my friends, and they'll be like, "Oh, you actually sound better than the person who did the advert." Obviously, I think they just wanted to like boost my confidence because I don't think I did. But so it kind of
Pushed you?
yeah, it pushed me. It kind of like awakened the fire in me. Like it kind of created that sense of direction. Because me doing that subconsciously, like I didn't even know that the art of voicing over existed, but I just kept on doing it. And then I advanced to TV shows and radio shows. Like I would be in my room in front of a mirror, and then I would start like presenting my own version of the show that I watched on TV. Or the radio show that I had. Like I would, because so in broadcast we call them links. So you know how you do a link when you're introducing a show. Hey, what's up? It's Big Boy Shaque. Da 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 da. Like so I did that. I practiced in front of the mirror for the longest time. Then I also started recording myself, and then I would share it with like friends, family, and they would say, "Oh yeah, this is nice," but then you can polish up here, you can improve here. So by the time I finished high school, I knew that like my purpose was media. Like I knew that I wanted to work on radio. I knew that I wanted to work on TV as well. So I tried auditioning. I auditioned for, I don't know if you guys remember Magic One TV.
Yeah.
You know Magic One TV?
The UBC branch.
Yes. So Magic One had just, gotten into town, started. And they were saying, "Oh yeah, you can audition, record a clip of yourself, post it on socials, tell your friends to like, share, and all that." So I recorded a clip with my friends, 4 other friends. It was so nice. Like it was, you guys, when I tell you, I think I'll look for the clip and show you. So it was so good. We posted it everywhere, and then like we were like we really just got into the whole competition. But then turns out it was a scam. I don't know. I mean, Magic One. Sorry. But
How was that even?
I'm just because those guys didn't even call us or anything.
Really?
Like, you know how you tell people there's a competition, people take part, your socials are growing and everything, and then before you know it, like guys just moved on. They just like
No feedback at all.
nothing at all. So man, like we were very heartbroken. That's for sure. Like it broke our hearts. My friends were very disheartened. Some of them, like even just felt like maybe that's not the direction they should take. So they just went into some other things.
Wow.
But then, so for me, I continued. Like I had the dream in me, and I knew that I could actually make it happen. So I just continued doing it. I went to uni, did journalism and communication. That was 2019. That's when I started uni. I got so many other opportunities. There's an organization called the Media Challenge Initiative. They trained me. They have a fellowship for media students from universities. I enrolled for that. They trained me. Like I learned so much. And then like I also got this whole network of people that are in the media industry here, like in Uganda, in East Africa. Like I just kept on meeting these people and interacting with them. And like I knew that the dream was still alive.
Definitely.
So fast forward, I think before getting my job at NRG, I auditioned like 4 times with different stations in Kampala.
Wow.
And I would fail. Some guys would tell me you are too young. Others would tell me you don't have an experience, so we can't hire you. Others would tell you, let's keep your info in case of any opportunities.
Call you
We shall hit you.
We'll hit you up. We'll call you back.
My God.
And then others, like, man, it was so hard. I guarantee you this. I think if it were another person, they would have already given up. But then for me, like, I felt like there was still a purpose. I felt like something was coming. And then one of my mentors, Andrew Chamagero, who's like a really big media mogul here in Uganda, told me, when you fail an audition, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are not good. It's just not your time, or you're not what they're looking for. You not being what they're looking for doesn't mean you are not good. That's something that I think like so many young people need to learn out there. Because people fail auditions and they feel like that's the end of life. Bro, we have done things. So the fact is, when I auditioned for NRG Radio last year, for me, like, it was never in my head that I'm even going to go through or anything. For me, like, I just went there for the food because they had nice food. There were nice babes. There were like cool people. I mean, there was Itania. There was Sean. There was Sheila Salter. There was Sheila Gashumba, Crystal Panda.
Wow.
Like all the cool names you can think of. I'm like, oh, let me walk into this place because
You never know.
the big names are there.
Yeah.
So it was never at the back of my head that you're actually going to win. So I went, navigated the whole thing, like, even to the point of winning. Okay, like some people kept on telling me, oh my gosh, you are so good, you're going to win. But then I think it was never at the back of my head. Like, I never even thought about it. For me, like, it wasn't an issue. I was eating, I was interacting with people, I was having fun, and it was all that.
That tells me, Prim is always say you love food.
Yeah.
And I'm now sure you love food.
My love for food is unmatched, I'm telling you.
But anyway, what really shaped you? Like, I know you were doing like all those things in your bedroom or what, like recording, video sharing. Who inspired you, like, to really say, you know what, I'm going for radio, you know?
Yeah.
I'm going for radio presenting.
I think my grandma has a part to play. So my grandma used to listen to a lot of radio, and I spent a significant part of my childhood with my grandma, and like she would just sit on the radio and listen to the news. She would just sit there, listen to the news, listen to a couple of programs, and I think for me, like, every time I heard these people on the radio, I felt like I can do that. Like, I can do that, and not because for me, honestly, I've always been very articulate from childhood. I don't know, maybe good schools or something. But like, you know how you listen to people. I remember listening to people like Ryan Seacrest, and I would be like, this guy sounds good, but I think I can do a better job. But we're talking about who? Ryan Seacrest, like big, like global media icon. So, and then my grandma's support also like kind of drove me in that direction because, like, she's always been there. Like, I've always shared everything with her, even without telling any other person, even without telling my mom. Like, I'll tell my grandma, oh, by the way, I want to do this. What do you think? And she'll be like, yeah, I think you can do a good job. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it, honestly. Yeah.
So to a person who doesn't know Big Boy Shaque, because most people know Big Boy Shaque, like, what are your true names like?
Yeah.
For being a Shaque.
And how does the name Shaque come about?
So my real name is Nsubuga Ishaq. That's in Islam. Ishaq. But then, man, Ugandans, like, you'll be like, it's what?
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for some people to pronounce, honestly. So I ended up just saying Ishaq because that's the way it's written anyways. So Nsubuga Ishaq. I'm Muslim. And yeah, so the name Big Boy Shaque from childhood, like I was a big boy, like I was really chubby, big cheeks, yeah, like that kind of, yeah, that kind of child. So they would call me a big boy. I remember there's a story that my mom says all the time. Like I was a very lazy child, but I also want to emphasize, I think I was like a soft life child because
Since the childhood.
yeah,
You wanted that life.
here's the thing, yeah. You know how like your mom wants you to walk, like let's say you've gone to a place and they're like holding you as a child. Walk, eh? I wouldn't walk. Like I mean, of course I could walk, but then I would cry. I would tell her, no, for me, you carry me.
Hey, what?
Yo, my mother, yo. I think like
Very good.
4, even 5.
You still want to be carried?
Yeah. So and then I was like very heavy. I was a big boy. So the whole time she'd be like, oh, and then she would carry me, and all these women apparently would tell her, "Banango wana ngapo." The child is so big, and then she'd be like, "Mna tacha ambula." So yeah, that's where the big boy name comes from. Of course, Shaque is from Ishak.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go.
So
Trouble.
auditioning for the BTN piece. You
Yeah.
said, did you also record a 60-second video?
Yes, I did.
Then you're called for the auditions.
Yeah.
How did you feel when you're called, like given a call?
The
Because
yeah.
this round of this year, you guys did that bad. You could actually announce the names already and you give us that
It
tension.
was tension.
Yeah,
You could be at work working, but you're waiting for our names to be called, and
My
like
God.
the
Yeah.
second round goes, the third one,
Yeah.
you're like, where are we? The full week.
Yeah.
Then after that, they were like, okay, so the next names are going to upload on our sites like Instagram and stuff, and we're like, yo, these guys played us bad. Like, how did you feel?
So here's the thing. I think I didn't feel anything. Yeah, I didn't like I told you guys, for me, because I had done a couple of auditions before NRG and I didn't I kept on being disappointed. But then I kept on going on.
Pushing.
So when they called me, I was like, I actually think that woman was confused, the one who called me. Normally when you call someone to tell them, oh, you've gone through, please come here on Saturday for the person will be like, yeah, or something, and they're excited, like they would celebrate. So when she called me, when I received the call, I was like, oh,
Hey.
okay, all right, cool. That's all. Because for me, I thought, I mean, it could as well be like the other auditions that I've failed before. So like I was never sure that I would go through. I went into the competition. Now, the other thing that made me doubt was this. Man, like there were so many cool people. Like the biggest influencers you can think of, people that have numbers on social media, people that are like just too big, too famous. I mean, if someone like Baby Gloria auditioned, because he also recorded a video.
Wow.
So like the whole time I was like, bro, just go and eat your food. Go do what, like just go have fun.
Like every time you called, just embrace it.
Every time they called me, oh yeah, you went through to the other round, I'd be like, hell yeah, let me come for your food.
More food.
Like that was it for me. So yeah, until the finale. It's at the finale. So, and now the other thing is, like I never told my friends that I was auditioning for NRG Radio.
Oh.
I never posted it anywhere. So like even the time like cameras, NRG with cameras, they're like they're taking photos, they're recording videos, like every time they did all that stuff for content, like I would hide for me, because I was saying now, how about now, let's say I feature in your content and then you guys drop me. I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. So I just kept on, like, for me, hiding, eating their food, like meeting the cool and nice ladies, interacting. Yeah. And then when I won, I even remember, like, I called my mom that night and told her, Mom, I won. She's like, you won what? I'm like, you know what? Never mind. It's okay.
Hey.
It's okay. Like, because nobody knew. Like, people only got to know when the post went out, like on the socials. They were like, oh.
Wow.
So yeah, like people really didn't know. Yeah,
Did you call grandma?
I did, but then she also didn't know. Like, well, like NRG,
Eh.
huh? Did I remind you?
Yeah,
By the way,
at times I feel it's bad, like if you oversay things to people.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, but then I actually think like come to think of it, it was actually good for me not to tell anyone because, and then it was also like it was also good for me not to expect anything. Because sometimes when we like go for things, when we audition, when we like apply for these things, and then like I think most people, it's always in their head that I have to get it. I'm gonna get it, and it's not bad. Like, it's good for you to be enthusiastic. It's good for you to be positive about like achieving something. But then the best thing is for you to expect to get it or not get it. Like, expect that, yeah, I might get it and I might not get it as well. Because I think we focus on, yeah, I'm gonna get it, let me do my best. Do your best. Only. Like, also, like, think about you not getting it. Like, life has to move on.
Actually, when you think about like being good at anything, like, okay, let's say that this MVP.
Yeah.
Because we as well thought when you posted our video on your socials, we're like, yeah, at least even got a credit card from BSU Bank. I was like, I'm good to get paid. Soon enough,
I was like, I swear, we were really so hyped because we were posted again, reposted because we got
the love.
Yeah, you guys got so much engagement.
Because I just imagine, let me tell you, even my mom, like growing up, I really loved Crystal Panda. You know, like every time I could see Crystal Panda, I would say, wow. Like, so when my mom saw that video when King Han was saying this could even be the next Crystal Panda, he said, wow.
Yeah.
Now they're comparing you to someone you used to love.
Yeah.
I said, my God.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was really so touching. We didn't make it, but really at least gave me something to learn.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't expect to win or race, but even when you fail, you get something from it. So I'm really,
I think
really
the best MVPs shaped us to here.
But
if it was not best MVPs, we would have been sitting here.
That
week, I'm a man, but that week broke me.
Yeah. I feel you.
I was when Sean Prezi was reading the first rounds in the week, because they were always reading in the evening, the Sean Prezi's guys.
Yeah.
Then you guys were reading like 5 names.
Yeah.
I was like, why? That week I wasn't focused even. I was like, let me just sit near the radio here. Let me listen. At least even when I hear my name, I'll be like, yes, sit there. I'm getting paid. Next month, I'm getting paid. Like, I was waiting and I waited. I was like, yo.
Let me tell you. I think we had this conversation, with Ahmed.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, you not getting something doesn't mean that you're not good.
I understand.
Because trust me, like how you felt, I've felt that so many times. I've been rejected so many times. But then, like, I would think, I'm like, what is wrong with these people? Like, who the hell are you rejecting? Do you know who I am? Yeah? Like, I'll read those emails of these guys rejecting me and I'll be like, do you know who Big Boy Shaque is? Because honestly, for me, I think so highly of myself. Like, and I think it's one of the things that have really, like, put me to this point, like, taken me this far. Yeah? I know that I'm a big deal, but then it also doesn't really stop me from knowing that I'm human like any other person. Like, I'm supposed to be humble. I'm supposed to talk people well. I'm supposed to respect people. I'm supposed to be a good human being, because these are like the values that my parents, that my grandma really instilled in me from when I was a child. But then something that my grandma still instilled in me from childhood is confidence. Like, I have so much confidence. Like, I didn't know that someone can be confident, like too confident, and also very humble at the same time. Like, it's a very rare combination to find. But then that's me. Because I'm self-aware. Like, I know who I am. I know what I can and can't do. So every time something does something bad to me, in my head, I'm thinking, who the hell do you think you are? Like, where Itachi, Guani. Like, who the hell do you think you are? Do you know who I am? And then, I mean, of course, like, not everybody is supposed to know who you are, but they're supposed to know who I am. Like, that's just me.
I think the confidence part about it actually is mostly disturbing the youth right these days, because finding a person who's confident, my guy, it's hard. They always have things they want to do, but they be doubting their confidence in it.
Yeah.
So they be like, what if I do this? What if it doesn't work? Like, they just live that comfortable life of not pushing anything or anything like at all. They lack confidence. Like, youth these days lack a lot of confidence, which is very bad.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. Confidence is something that you build. Like, you're not just going to wake up one day when you're like too confident. But then confidence is going to help you do incredible things in life. I think there's so many steps that like I've taken for myself that have like yielded very good results because of my confidence. Like, it's very normal for you to doubt yourself. Like, it's highly valid. Like, because you're thinking, what if? The what if is okay. But then you should also think of the what if not. What if that bad thing, what if that negative thought that you have doesn't actually happen? Because we're working on a probability. Yeah? So confidence starts with you, like, even doing the smallest things. You're at work, you walk into the room, or I don't know, like wherever you work from in the morning, the room is filled with so many people, and then you're like, hello, good morning. Then you walk to your desk or whatever. Can any of you guys do that?
Yeah.
Why not?
I always do that.
Some people can't.
They shy away?
Yeah, some people are too shy, bro. So, like, even the smallest things, like those very small things, you walking to your boss, knowing that maybe there's something that they want you to do. And, I mean, clearly, it's probably not fair. You know, sometimes our bosses, like, they want to dictate things. They want you to do this. They want you walking to your boss and telling him that, okay, boss, with all due respect, I don't think I can do this because this and that. Confidence.
In a humble way, but you're telling them.
Yeah, you're telling them. Yeah? You walking to your mom, knowing very well. Now, this is a thing. Parents never want to admit their mistakes. They never want to tell you that they are sorry for something they've done.
Even they have a saying in Uganda,
right?
I never take that down. I swear.
So for me, my mom has learned the hard way to apologize when she does something, because I'm not gonna talk to her. Like, I'm not gonna talk to you, bro. Like, why
not?
I'm going to go and be frank with her. Talk to her. I don't want to say talk some sense into her, but
that's rude.
That's rude, but it's that rude.
It could as well be that.
Yeah, but
there's something that we talked about on the show recently. Prim was like, sometimes our parents are also like children, and it's true. Like, sometimes you have to parent your parent.
Like, they forget that their parents are that picture.
That's right. I feel when we start like growing up, these parents also need our advice.
Yeah,
that's what I feel.
Yeah.
So, because it's a life cycle. When you grow up, I think your parent is aging, and they're going back to the child stage.
Yeah.
So it's you to look after them, to nurture them in the world, because you're the big person now. The brains are fresh. Like, it's you who's growing up. Like,
yeah.
They have to take that advice from us, because they always need us in the picture as well. We are still kids. Because Simani, my mama never taught yes, many things, but in okay, me I'm a Mganda. Like she never called it. You walk up to your grandma. I use a cook like she can be like,
yeah. My God.
If they can get a life cycle that is reverse, when we are growing, we are aging, at least they would let us take control for some time.
Yeah.
They don't judge like our actions. Particularly Gamba, maybe the parent in the picture by that time. Though,
Your mom now accepts that?
I mean, she does. She does. One thing I appreciate about my mom is she's going to ask for advice when, like, let's say she's caught up in a situation. Like she's one person who's gonna walk to me and tell me, you know what, so this and that is happening. Like, what should we do?
Wow.
Yeah, that's like
Seeking advice.
I rarely see parents that do that, but my mom does that. Like, she's gonna come to me and tell me, you know what, so I'm in a situation, this and this is happening. What do you think should I do? Like, and then of course you have to weigh in. I know we come from different generations, but then she also validates my opinions. Like, she knows that, she might not do exactly what I'm gonna tell her, but then she'll respect it. She'll hear me out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I understand. Actually, because my pops passed away last year.
Sorry.
We didn't have that connection of me giving him advice, but when we had a call, at least we would talk like father and son conversation, but not me giving him advice. But aside to my mom, I think I'm her husband right now, because she can give me a call early in the morning. Because what should I do? Any advice? Pitch me some advice. Like, I'll be like, give me some time, I think about it. I'll call you and we shall talk. Yeah. So when I get back to her and we talk, you feel relieved that you have solved a problem for her. You feel very happy and excites me in a way. Those days are very good in life. Yeah, just know, I and my mom, I think these days we are advanced. Actually, I'm not that kid she used to talk to. These days, what do she can call you and Nagamba, how have you been? How is life going? Because she knows I'm going. Yeah. Is everything all right with you? And you answer her like, do you have anything to tell me? Or is anything bothering you? Then you share. When you share, she also will share back. Yeah. Then you exchange advice, you calm all yourselves down, you move on with life.
Very good.
So, Shaq, like, you've been in the media game now for a big time. So, coming up, like, who was that person like you always looked up to? No gamma, you know, when I was radio, when I was TV. I really feel, that comfort. Me whenever like I'm leaving home. Yeah. Just pull out my phone. Sometimes I say, hey, Salam alaikum, Big Boy. Just to take on you and tell you, thanks for the show. So I'm always listening to that show. So before you even getting that job at NRG Radio, what was that radio station and what person are you really looking up to? No gamble, no.
Wow, that's a very it's kind of a complex question because, like, honestly, I've never wanted to be like anyone. Like, I know it sounds a bit selfish, but like for me, I've always cultivated my direction to be me. To be me. Like, there are people that I really respect in the game, are people like Gaetano Kagwa. I listened to Gaetano and Lucky on Capital FM for a bit. And like, I'd be like, oh yeah, these guys actually sound cool. Yeah. But then I never like wanted to be like them. People like, we watched people like Christo Panda on TV from when we were in high school. And I keep on telling him this. I'm like, bro, you've done your thing. So people like, Sheila Salter, people like Sheila Gashumba. Sheila Gashumba is one of those people. Like, I think we're like a generation that were raised like towards her. Like, we have been part of her from childhood, from WBS, like to her like advancing to like the teen Sheila Gashumba, the teenage Sheila Gashumba, to her becoming an influencer and doing like all those big things. And then the other person that I think people don't really credit and talk about a lot is Flavia Tumusime. Flavia Tumusime, very graceful, very beautiful, very like respectable, very reputable. Like, I've loved that woman so much. I actually think, like, of all people here in Uganda, like every time I meet Flavia Tumusime, like in a space, like every time I see her, like I'm humbled. Like, I'm starstruck in a way. Like, I'm like, wow, this woman, like, her voice, like, she has that signature touch that she has in everything that she does. Like, I respect that so much. Yeah.
Okay.
So speaking of being starstruck, so in your career, who's that person you met because of your career?
Yeah.
Like really, really starstruck.
Yeah.
Apart from Flavia, of course.
Like a media person or like generally?
Generally.
Hey! I don't know. Like, it might be cliche, but I think Beyonce and Jay-Z. Like,
You have met?
no, like I've not. But then if I met them, bro, like I'd be like,
Wow.
what?
Actually, anyone will be starstruck because
Yeah.
meeting Jay-Z, Beyonce, come on.
Like you have to be so lucky to meet
See
them.
those people.
In Uganda, though, let me see. Who have I met? And I was starstruck. I think recently, Moonji. So we had Moonji on the show on Friday, like last week.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I met Moonji for the very first time when I was in senior one at school. Like he had come, like he was doing school tours and stuff. And I shook his hand. Like I was one of the people that shook his hand when he came to school. And I was so humbled.
Wow.
It's like, wow. Munji, you guys know Munji, the father of slangs, the slangs we used to use in school and all that. Like, he's that big to me. And me meeting him recently was the second time ever meeting him. And I told him, like, because he was waiting in the lounge, we were still doing the show because we normally have them in the last hour of the show. So I had moved out. So for me, I thought he was somewhere else, like waiting for somewhere else. So the moment I moved out of studio like this, he was there. And bro, I looked at him and I was scared, but then the big boy in me didn't want to like admit to it. So I was scared. But then I was like, bro, you're a big boy Shaque. So I just went to him, I'm like, sir, you're welcome. How are you? But then I was so humble, like the child in me, like, bro.
Wow.
So yeah, I think honestly I've met so many celebrities, but I haven't felt that way. Like, I don't know. I feel like others, yeah, like of course I'm happy, like I'm genuinely excited to see them, but that level of humility, Munji, that guy is a genius.
So you have thought about like to Gambia, you've been rejected so many times.
Yeah.
And being like a bit MVP with how who's that person at the radio, like who makes you feel comfortable like to work with?
Yeah.
Who's your person, your birthday?
I don't know how many times this happens, and I know it doesn't happen a lot. But my team, like all of us, the NRG Breakfast Club, Prim, Eka, DJ Bits, me, Drake, the person who does our socials and content, Aura, like we just have that connection. Like I don't even know how it happened, but we are like a family. We laugh, we talk about everything. When we get done with the show, we have breakfast together every single day.
Wow.
Do you know how like it's so comforting, like I don't even know. Like I see people work together, but I've failed to see that kind of connection. And I can't even trace the point when it all started. But we've been like that. Like we are just that close. We talk about everything. It's very beautiful. It's like it's so fulfilling on my end, and it makes me feel so comfortable at work. Because Prim is like a big sister. Like Eka is like a big sister. I'll talk to them about like even like normal things in life. Oh, you know what? So I'm trying to do this and that. DJ Beats is also like a big sister, brother. Big bro. Big sister. DJ Beats is like a big brother to me, yeah? Like this is a guy who's going to give me money. Like if I need money, I'm gonna be like Beats. And Beats will be like, oh, I gotta make it.
Wow.
Like sometimes you call him when he's busy, and you'll know that this guy is busy. And he's a very busy man, eh? I know him to be inji. Oh, go be like gamba. Shaque chichi. Be like, bro, chili bubi man. But then sitting I'm like Tereko. That's my guy.
I think that's why you produce that good work in the morning, because what you've said, you are like a family. It's comforting that you work with people who give you that peace,
That comfort.
Yeah.
that comfort. Like you're able to be in your A game zone and you be like, yeah, this is my grounds. These are my people. Let's do this.
I just feel like that talk even have after the program. Because if Prem walks in and sees Big Boy Shaque is having the show, okay, we are having the show, but Big Boy Shaque is not Big Boy Shaque today.
Yeah.
So I think by the time you're having breakfast, she can even just come. You'll be performing now, yeah?
Yeah. Something is
yeah,
off.
you're not fine.
Yeah.
So by the way, I think having such a bond. Because I feel some people work together, but after work, but having such a bond, you will get your bosses by the way just raising the paychecks. You know, these people are working.
They better raise it next year.
Anyway, you talked about media. Was it media challenge?
Yeah.
Media challenge. I've been seeing you posting whenever they push something. You post. Could you say media challenge helped you like groom the person you are right now?
Yes, very much so. So I got to know of the media challenge initiative when I was still in high school. And so it's called MCI, yeah, Media Challenge Initiative. So Media Challenge Initiative majorly grooms people that are at the university. Like you have to be at uni level, and you also have to be a student of journalism. You have to be pursuing media studies. Yeah. Or I mean, even if you are not, they have a media challenge academy for people that are probably in other fields, but then they want to learn things about media. So I got to know of them in high school, and this is how it happened. So one of my guys, someone that I love so much and like really respect as well, Sammy Wetala. You guys know Sammy, right? So Sammy works with MTV. He has worked with Radio City. Like he has hosted some big events here in Kampala. He's a very good MC. So I inboxed Sammy when I was, I think, in like senior 5, and because he had already started, he was already doing his thing. I'm like, bro, I love and admire your work. Like, how did you get here? Like, how can I learn from you? He's like, bro, have you heard of MCI, Media Challenge Initiative? Check them out. Blah blah blah. I check out MCI, but then guess what? I'm in high school, and they only work with people that are at university level and doing journalism or media studies. Bro, I had to wait, but it was a very painful wait. But I mean, I got to uni, so I was at KIU. At that time, they used to operate from Kansanga. KIU is in Kansanga. So they used to go to the different universities with propositions for journalism, like journalism departments to send their students to participate in their competition, which is called the Inter-University Media Challenge. So here's me, a student who's in first semester at uni, wanting to take part. But now the twist is, when you're at uni, you're in first year, first semester, you're a fresher. You're you're just that person who, like, cause man, I don't want to say we're bullied, but it sort of sounds like bullying because everyone like just looks at you like, bunobuka chicha. Like buno like, but tucharimu like amalo like high school, like muina ka oraka high school muchari buto. So this is what used to happen at KIU. Taking part in the Inter-University Media Challenge was mostly for people that are, for students that are in second year and third year. When you're in first year, they're like, no, for you have to just watch and learn because you have a lot of time in these universities. They want to keep the opportunities to themselves because they feel like they're like our elders. Bro, I had to fight. I told them I want to take part. They're like, nope. I'm like, I want to take part. And then for me, what pushed me the most was knowing that like I'm good and deserving as well. Because I feel like I'm even better than some of you who are in second or third year. So like what's wrong with you guys? So I mean, I was able to take part. So they gave me a slot to take part. And I did I voiced over a solutions story. So there's like a whole newsroom competition. People are anchoring news. There's stories, there's reporters, there's radio, there's photography. Like they have like a whole wide range of like segments that you can take part in the competition. So for me, I only had that segment. So I voiced my thing. I didn't win, but then I was a runners-up, I think second runners-up or something. So what I did, like I've always been very good at Kwesiba Kubantu. Yeah. And like I'm not just talking about any kind of Kwesiba Kubantu. Like big people. People that I know I can learn from, or even like I don't know, people that I know that could avail some opportunities for me to grow as a person. So I saw the CEO of the Media Challenge Initiative.
Wow.
I saw him. I'm like, oh. So I first asked someone, I'm like, so is that's a CEO? They're like, oh yeah, your CEO, bichi. I'm like, oh yeah. Kare, So how did I get his number? I don't know, but I got his number.
Wow.
I started chatting with a guy on WhatsApp. I'm like, hi, bro. My name is Ishak. I'm from KIU. I'm in first year, first semester. I love journalism. I want to be a radio presenter or TV presenter or anything that is in line with that. He's like,
confidence.
Okay. So I start remember what I told you guys, me recording demos and like stuff. So he was one of the people I would send them to. They would be delivered. Sometimes the messages wouldn't be opened, but I kept on sending and sending. So this guy would like sometimes listen to them or watch a few. His name is Abbas Mpindi. So Abbas would watch and listen and then would tell me, oh yeah, this is nice. I say, you want to do radio? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh yeah, you can improve here. You can do this, do that. And then I would record again with like all the short notes he has given me and send again. So I kept on doing that for months and months and months. And this one time Abbas inboxes me. He's like, oh, by the way, so we are working on like starting an online radio here. So would you be interested to be one of the presenters? I'm like, what the what's wrong with you? I would, of course. So he connected me to the manager, and then like somehow I started. So this is COVID now. So I started working on radio, like on online radio. That, I mean, it wasn't that known, but then it was like an opportunity for me to grow, an opportunity for me to practice something that has always been my dream. So I start working on radio, and then in the same period, so man, like the way things happen, good. So remember, I've gotten some experience and training from the Media Challenge Initiative. Now, this one time I get a gig. Now, this was a poetry gig, and like, oh, so we're going to film like an online TV show for Magic One. You know, it's COVID and people are like at home watching screens and everything. They're like, we're looking for some poets. Do you think you can do some poetry? I mean, the money was very small, but I was like, what the hell? I could as well just go for it. So I go for that. I reach. Now, these people were filming, but then the people that were hosting the TV show, you know, have you ever seen someone do something, and you're like, but Obai can do a better job? So that's,
you feel better.
Yeah. I feel like they are not bringing it out. So I was backstage and I was watching this guy host, and then I said, Obai can do a better job. And the producer of the show saw me. He's like, hey, you think, okay, boss, stop, pause, Genda, what am I? And he's like, yeah, go. Danica. So I got the microphone and then I start talking. I'm like, yo, what's up? It's Magic One HD and we are Nenjo get out, Nenkola intro, I do my thing. This guy is like, you know what? Drop the poetry thing, you're gonna host this show. Yeah. So that's how I got a gig. So I worked with Magic One. I was hosting a TV show, but it mostly happened during COVID. So I did that, and people were like, oh my gosh, you're a TV presenter. But then I think I only lasted there for like a year, and then like I felt like there was so much more to that I could do. And then because it was a teens thing, and like I've always felt like I'm more than just being a teens host. So yeah, I was there and then I left. But then yeah, the Media Challenge Initiative just did so much for me.
You told us you are a voice of an artist. Do you have any commercials you've done?
Yeah,
Which
I've
one?
done. I think I've done so many voiceovers. I even
Can I?
forget.
Yeah.
Have you done Berazuri?
Bella
I
Zuri.
always
Yeah.
tap it on NRG.
Yeah. I've done. I've done Bella Zuri. I've done Fairway Hotel.
Wow.
I've done Stanbic Bank.
Fairway is so
I've-
good.
MTN, Airtel, GoTV, DSTV. Man, like some for the government, some for UCC, the Uganda Communications Commission, the Uganda Film Festival, the Uganda Tourism Board. Okay, here's the thing. This is what happens, eh? Oh, Techno. What else? Like, I think I've done so many. Standard Chartered Bank. Okay. I've done so many, but then, like, sometimes I even forget. Because, like, I kid you not, there are moments that I've listened to my own advert when I don't know it's my advert. I only get to realize when the ad is ending. I'm like, oh, that's me.
Wow.
So, yeah, I don't know. Like, it's that crazy. But I think I've done all this because I professionally with voicing over. I started in 2019. 2019 when I was in first year. That's when I started like voicing over professionally. Did you guys hear of Wave Uganda? Wave Send Money Wave?
Yeah.
It was around for some
campaign.
time.
Yeah, it was huge.
Yeah.
It was huge. I think it was the very first project that I did that gave me a very big paycheck.
Wow.
I'm talking about millions. Millions. Like, so I voiced over their IVRs. So IVRs, they're like audios. You know when you call customer care? So, like, I'm that voice when you call and they say, hello, welcome to Wave Uganda. Da, 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 da.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. I think
That's so recent, yeah.
I think like 2020, 2021.
2021, yeah.
Yeah,
That's not
2021.
very far.
Yeah.
That's where Wave came in.
Yeah, that's when I did the Wave thing. Because obviously I'd done voiceovers and like, I was getting some money, but for Wave, I scooped money, bro.
Huh?
I got so much money. I had never gotten that much money in my life. Like, I was even shaking like this. When the money got on my account, I was like, is this me?
This is my money.
Just for my voice?
Oh.
I'm super grateful.
Wow. Whenever you talked about it, because I always hear it, but there's sometime I told him it was playing. There's one you always do for Fairway and
Yeah.
Bella Zuri. I say that is Big Boy.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
The Belazuri one, I've noticed.
Yeah.
But then here's the thing with voicing over, because like you are required. Sometimes you have to change character. Like you have to
voice?
sound different. You have to sound different. I mean, which is why sometimes it's hard for me to tell my voice, because I'm gonna go. A client might require you to like not sound like your everyday self. There are voiceovers where you have to sound a bit animated, a bit dramatic, a bit like there are voiceovers where you have to change the accent. Yeah, not you saying, because now there's one that I did for Airtel. Yeah, it was for, so you know that that thing that Airtel has, those bundles that allow you to call like anyone.
Bona
Like
bundles.
voice bundles.
Bona, yeah. Bona voice band. Okay, they're supposed to be Bona voice bundles. But then this producer strictly, like the client Airtel, wanted it to sound urban. So you don't say Bona voice bundles. So that's why in the ad they told me to say, call Bona today with Airtel da 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 da. So it's Bona. They wanted it to sound like Bona, not Bona. So like, man, voicing over as an artist, like, it's a bit complex. It's beyond what people think of or what people can even see. Yeah.
Okay, as we are wrapping up, it's episode number 10, and we are here with Big Boy Shaque, also known as Subuga Ishak.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we usually have a few questions from the team, as you see.
Yeah.
Usually 3. I think I should start.
Mhm.
What's that moment on radio that you have had that you would wish to live forever
I would wish to live forever. On radio.
on radio?
I think I really value my work so much. Every day is like such a big day on my end, because like at NRG Radio, we really show up. Like every day, there's no day that you're gonna go to work. Even when you feel like you're at your lowest, there's no day you're gonna go to work and be like, man, today.
Actually, Debbie told us, says
Yes,
there's a day she had a bad voice. She didn't have her voice, and she called her boss, and the boss was like, that's on you. That's so much to hear.
She did that accent.
Yo, you saying it? For like, is that man?
Let me tell you,
show up every day.
You have to show up. Like for us, it's always a party. Like it's always a party. Whether if you have showed up at work and you are not sick, bro, you have to go all out. Like something that my boss says, like every day is supposed to sound like the first day.
Yeah.
You know what the first day is? Like the first day you are like too energetic. You are giving off. That's why the NRG brand is energetic. It's bold, it's different, it's disruptive. Like it's always on. Your energy has to be always on. You're not gonna go on air tomorrow and be like, oh, guys, I had a bad weekend and I'm so exhausted. No. You're gonna be like, yo, it's 106.5 FM NRG Radio, and it's the big boy Shaque over here, and it's the Energy Breakfast Club. We're going crazy. We're going lit. Like the energy, like, like it has to be like, because okay, maybe what I would say though, like the very first day that we were on air, like the day our show premiered, this is last year, I think it was sometime towards the end of May. I don't remember the date properly, but like the last week of May, as we were getting into the new month, that very first day was crazy, bro. Like the energy, like first of all, it was because man, this is a dream come true. Like for me, like I'm on radio and I'm working with with one of the biggest brands ever, like a brand that people recognize, a brand that people love, like young people. So it just felt different. And then me knowing that I'm on air with Prim Asimwe.
Wow.
Like it's something that, because I think sometimes we take things for granted, but it's something that I can never take for granted. Because like I told you all, I'm not an everyday person, but now if we were to talk about Prim,
that's what I will do.
Prim is media royalty. Like
can't deny that. I have a friend, Jesse. Jesse could never say anything about Prim.
Yeah.
And like that guy really loved Prim to an extent that he had to go to Galaxy during that time.
Wow.
To even get a pic of that lady.
Wow.
Wow.
So yeah, like me knowing that I'm hanging out with these people. Like, whoever knew? Because I was in high school and I looked up to, like, I saw all these people as idols. Crystal Panda, Sheila Salter, Sheila Gashumba, Prim Asimwe, like all these guys. Who have I left out? Like all these guys, because obviously Sean was not in Uganda, but like these people that we've had in Uganda, like people that have been game changers in the industry. Me being in the same workplace with them, it's something that like I'm not even ever gonna get used to it.
Really?
Like I'm always humbled. And then I just have to remind myself that I am in this workplace with these people, which means I'm actually good as well. So I just have to keep on reminding myself, because like my dream is being fulfilled. Yeah, it's not it's not a joke at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before I even shoot my question,
Yeah.
one thing I've learned about you is like you've been patient.
Yes.
I could just say patience has been with you, because really failing like multiple times and say, you know what, I'm not giving up.
Yeah.
You know, because someone would have given up, but you said no, I'm pushing for it and I'll get it. And so anyway, well, congratulations, because every time By the way, you also pushed me some. Because after seeing you, because I texted, you texted back, and you had no bad energy or what, and I said, wow. And I could always like ask. I felt like I was even disturbing. Now,
Yeah.
you never like you whenever you're online, you just respond properly. Even about the distance VPs, what like you always told me, do this, do that. I even sent the vid, even before even sending it to NRG Radio, I was sending it to you. So thank you very much. So my question, we always have that day, even before like it's been raining recently. No guy never knows. Sigenda cola. I know we always have that thing in our heads or what. But what really motivates you? No guy, no gain down call it. What I have to show up.
Yeah.
What motivates you?
I think for me, like I always I know where I've come from. I know how complex it's been to get here. So like this moment for me, like by the way, is even emotional because I know like how hard the dream has been, and I kept on pushing on even after getting all those rejections. And now I have the opportunity to showcase and show the world what I am about. And then you're gonna tell me that because it's a rainy motherfucking morning, I'm not gonna show up. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, it has never made any sense. So for me, like, I think it's the power of me knowing like how hard I've worked to get here. Yeah? Without any connections, without someone big, I don't know, in government or someone with a big office somewhere connecting me, without knowing anyone at NRG Radio who probably could have said, oh, I know Big Boy Shaque, let's just put him in. Or I know where I know how far I've come. I know where I come from. So I think it's from a point of humility, it's from a point of hard work, it's from a point of knowing my purpose, it's from a point of me appreciating and not trying to put myself down because of some like very small like substances that could probably be in my way. So like rain, really, like bro, I have a driver picking me up at home. It's not like I'm going to, I don't know, do what. I'm not using a border in that rain. The car is gonna come in the parking. I'm just gonna get out of my house and enter the car, dressed up.
Wow.
Like even because I mean, of course, I know like it gets a bit difficult to wake up in the morning. Because now for me, I wake up at 3:30 a.m.
Wow.
Every morning, Monday to Friday. I prepare, like I wake up at that time because
It's too early.
like because I take my time when I'm preparing. Like I'm one of those people. When I go to the bathroom, I'm gonna be there for like 30 minutes or 25. Okay. Like I feel my shower. Like I'm someone who takes time to like get myself ready. So 3:30 a.m. I'm getting out of bed. The alarm has rung. And then of course I go to the shower, blah blah blah. So by 4:30, the driver has come to pick me up. The driver is calling, yo, I'm pulling up in a bit, or I'm here. So I mean, even when it's raining, really, you're just getting out of your house and running just into the parking to get into the car, and then you go to work. So I fail to understand. I mean, okay, I know that we live different lives and like, we have different situations. I mean, maybe not everyone is lucky to have a driver pick them up.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm gonna show up. If I'm not on air, I am so sick that I can't even talk or walk.
Wow.
That is it. Yeah.
Yeah, so my question would be, what's that mistake you made earlier on in your career that now has become a profound lesson?
Yeah. Putting myself under too much pressure. Like, and I still do sometimes because I think I'm just one of those people that believe that there's no time. like WAWULIDDE. So that's something that like is deeply engraved within me and my work ethic. So I think I put myself under too much pressure, which something that like I shouldn't have done, or even come to think of it, something that I should have done. So I don't know, but what I'm trying to say is like I put myself under so much pressure to work hard, to keep going hard even when I got rejected, to show up every other time even when it hurts. So I want to believe, yes, it's a mistake, because you need to enjoy your process. You need to let things unfold. You know, there's people that will tell you that you have to believe in fate. I'm not very big on that, because like I said, for me in my head, WAWULIDDE, like I think I just have to make things happen. I have to keep on pushing and doing this and doing that. So right now I'm not like trying to put myself under too much pressure, but then at the same time I'm trying too hard because I feel like I'm growing old. Like I look at myself, I'm like, big boy, you are 25 years old. Like there's no time. What if you die in the next, I don't know, few years? Like what will people remember you for? So I said, don't put yourself under too much pressure. But listen, don't relax. What I'm trying to say is there's that young person who's being born, who has been born right now, who has the talent that you have, or even 10 times more the talent that you have. So you're going to sit your ass down and relax thinking that you have time. But the truth is, there's no time. WAWULIDDE. Yo, when you have an opportunity to do something, like excel at it, like do it like it's the last thing that you're going to be remembered for. Do it like you're going to die tomorrow. Yeah? That's something that I believe in. When I'm doing a voiceover, I do over 20 takes of the same ad. And trust me, like for anyone just out there, they're going to all sound similar. But there's always that one take. That one take that is perfection, seamless. So do what you do, but know that Tolina Budde. As a young person, you owe yourself so much. Bro, you owe yourself so much. You can change your life or destroy it. So, I mean, it's all up to you.
Hey.
You've heard
WAWULIDDE.
It has been episode number 10 with Big Boy Shaque. Okay, thank you for watching.
Just subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's WAWULIDDE the Talk Show. Follow us on all social media platforms. By the way, you can leave those comments for,
Comments, you
can add anything to the episode. So, thanks for tuning in. WAWULIDDE.
Keep it lax.
One more thing, where can people find you?
Oh, okay. So follow me on social media, on Instagram at Big Boy Shaque Official. Shaque is with a Q-U-E. On TikTok at Big Boy Shaque. I'm not really big on TikTok. I'm trying out the TikTok thing, but yeah. I mean, where else?
X.
X.
Snap.
At Ishak and Subuga. Snap at Big Boy Shaque. Let's get it.